Mr. Speaker, this is my fourth speech in a series on voter fraud, election theft, and the presidential election. For emphasis, the Constitution mandates that Congress, not unelected federal judges, renders the final verdict on who won the 2020 presidential election. Today, I begin addressing systemic flaws in America's election process that promote voter fraud and election theft, undermine America's election system, and threaten public trust in our republic. In America, only citizens are lawfully allowed to vote and control America's elections and destiny. Yet, deplorably, in 1993, Democrats rammed through Congress the National Voter Registration Act that incredibly makes it illegal to require proof of citizenship that prevents illegal aliens and non-citizens from registering to vote. Why do Democrats undermine our republic to make illegal alien and non-citizen voting easier? To win elections, of course. It is no secret to Democrats or Republicans that, consistent with a 2014 study by Old Dominion University and George Mason University professors, non-citizens and illegal aliens vote 80% of the time for Democrats. Mr. Speaker, there are many tens of millions of illegal aliens and other non-citizens in America. In 2010, the census found 11 million illegal aliens in America. A 2018 Yale study estimated as many as 22 million illegal aliens in America. There are simply so many that no one can keep track of how many. Similarly, no one knows how massive the illegal alien voting bloc is or how many voted in 2020. Hundreds of thousands? Almost certainly. Millions? Very likely. But what we do know for sure is that the illegal alien voting bloc was large enough and critical enough to winning the presidential race that, at the October 22nd presidential debate, Joe Biden openly and publicly solicited their illegal votes by promising, quote, "Within 100 days, I'm going to send to the United States Congress a pathway to citizenship for over 11 million undocumented people," end quote. Think about that for a moment. A presidential candidate on national TV promises amnesty and citizenship to illegal aliens in hopes of inspiring them to illegally register to vote and vote for that candidate. If that brazen solicitation of illegal voting by up to 22 million illegal aliens is not criminal solicitation of voter fraud and election theft, it darn well ought to be. And don't think for a moment that Joe Biden did not know exactly what he was doing. After all, on May 11th, 1993, then-Senator Joe Biden personally voted for the National Voter Registration Act that makes it illegal to require proof of citizenship when illegal aliens and other non-citizens seek to register to vote. Mr. Speaker, all Americans deserve an election system that stops voter fraud, prevents election theft, and accurately records only lawful votes cast by eligible American citizens. Unfortunately, America's election system is so riddled with systemic flaws that far too many elections are stolen from candidates and the American people. In my judgment, that is exactly what happened in the 2020 presidential election, where the election theft was so massive as to favorably compare to that old adage, you can't see the forest for the trees. Again, in my judgment, if only lawful votes cast by eligible American citizens are counted, President Trump handily won the Electoral College and second term as president. As such, it is my duty under the United States Constitution on January 6th, if the required one senator will join me, to object to and later vote to reject Electoral College vote submissions from states whose election systems are so badly flawed as to render their vote submissions unreliable, untrustworthy, and unworthy of acceptance. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.